Hi everybody, Driving with Dane here, coming to you with a video on another kind of cool car at Castle Motors. Thanks again for dealing with me with the noise. I've got this busy intersection right behind me here on 16th Street in Cedar Rapids. But we have this really cool 1LT Camaro that I thought was pretty cool and worth sharing. So Camaros are pretty sweet. I've always been kind of a Mopar guy myself, but I do have to say that the 6.2 V8 in these and the 10-speed auto is pretty good. And from basically everything I've seen and read online, if you're ever going to go around the track or want to go around corners fast, the Camaro is the car. So we're going to go ahead and give it a start here. Sounds pretty good too. Sounds nice and mean. This 6.2 makes 455 horsepower and 455 pound-feet of torque, which is kind of cool that they're uniform. We're going to go ahead and mute that. Oh, this is a cool thing with Chevys. So your temperature is actually this whole thing here, and then your fan speed is this whole dial here. And then you can see kind of little readouts here and here. Super easy, giant, easy to find when you're driving. Plus it just looks kind of cool. Makes you feel like you're controlling something pretty huge, which I guess in a way you are. So one thing I have noticed with the Camaros, the back seats, as with most sports and muscle cars, for very short people only, not super user friendly, just as far as space and that kind of thing and headroom. I do have to say up front though, I'm 5'10" and I've got about that much room over the top of my head, and this is a pretty comfortable seating position. Something else I like with the Camaros, you feel like you're in a fighter jet, because you can see the roof line is super low and the windows are really long, which is kind of cool. Everything's laid out in a bit of an interesting spot. Obviously you've got these big huge vents here. You can see everything's kind of angled. Same thing with this. Nothing is just kind of straight, it's all angled, which is cool. This is the normal GM infotainment system. It's pretty easy to get along with. I would say it has maps in there, climate control. Apple CarPlay is where you'll probably spend most of your time, but pretty easy to get along with. Does have the Bose stereo, as you heard for a minute there before I turned it off. And then this one is the 10-speed automatic, which is pretty good, which means it also gets some cool things like remote start. So if you ever want to scare your buddies, you can kick that on. It does have a little cup holder here. And then you've got, of course, your big paddle shifters there. And then, this kind of cool cutout in the dash here. Not many cars have something like that, but that's kind of unique. Chunky steering wheel with the squared off bottom. Let me know if Camaros like this are interesting to you. What else you guys would want to know and want to see. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Keep driving with Dane.